All right, man, we back. All right, my blue face voice, man. Motor City Sports Talk, we in the building. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. Share the videos. Y'all know what the business is. One time for the one time we grinding. And let's talk about the Lions being a run first offense. I'll link the article in the description for 97 the ticket. Ram Glasgow. A lot of people overreact. You know, people just read the headline and they'll read the article. I try to refrain from doing that and read at least the quotes in the article. But the reason why people were, in the thread, and they were, kind of overreacting, he said that the Lions offense is going to be a run-first offense like his senior year at Michigan under Jim Harbaugh. And, people said, you had the Michigan State, Sparty fan haters. Oh, Harbaugh offense is this and that, and it's prehistoric. And if you listen to what he said in the article, or if you read what he said in the article, he says the offense is different, but he just mean, and the terminology is totally different, and what they doing is different, but it has the similar traits. He just talking in terms of, bringing more balance to the offense. He didn't say it was going to be the same offense. He made the comparison as far as the balance between run and pass. And if you haven't been following the Lions since he's been with the Lions for the last, 3 or 4 years, Graham Glasgow, if you ain't been following him, with the squad, then you just the Lions in general, then you would know that the Lions have been a pass-happy offense ever since Scott Linehan been here. And I believe that it's really hurt Matthew Stafford, and potentially, if he wasn't built, Matthew Stafford is built to be in Detroit. I've never, dismissed that. Had, Sam Bradford came out that year, been the #1 pick, had another guy came out and been the #1 pick or whatever, where Sanchez been here, a lot of these dudes would have been done playing for the Detroit Lions. And I mean that in all seriousness. A lot of these dudes would have been done. When Matthew Stafford survived with the Detroit Lions, that's an anomaly. That's Sam Bradford would have been done. Sanchez would have been done. You put different quarterbacks here, I don't want to name them, they wouldn't even have got to a second contract. They probably would have gave up their fucking pads and cleats and went to go, sell insurance or something, because he could step into an 0-16 team. And once again, he fell in love with padding his stats through throwing. The Lions have been a fun offense. They've been all the definition of a dome team. It's been very indicative of that with this team, which is throw it around. But then when it come to going outdoors in the cold, when it comes to outdoors in the cold, we fold up. Because you can't just go out there and throw the ball in the cold. It's different, and you need to be able to run the ball. But with Darrell Bevell being here, and now that Glasgow say we like it and we running the ball more, we need more balance. That's what I want to hear. He said that's what they trending, and that's when it's looking really good that they're gonna be a run first team. What you draft Kerryon Johnson for, C.J. Anderson for, and it's only gonna help Matthew Stafford with accolades. It's only gonna help him make the Pro Bowl. It might sound stupid to some people. It's only gonna help him. It's only gonna help him win an MVP. You know what I'm saying? It's only gonna help him make an All-Pro team. Yeah, he might not throw for 5,000 yards. He might throw for 35 or 4 bands, or whatever it may be. Yeah, he might only do that. But then again, he's more efficient. His percentages may creep up, to at least 70, 71%. Look at Drew Brees. And when you're running the ball and you got a receiving threat out the backfield like Kerryon Johnson, Drew Brees, his percentage is high because Alvin Kamara can get that yak after the catch. But not only that, they got to pay attention to the run game, the flats, and then Michael Thomas, who just got a big contract. Shout out to him, but forget the Ohio State fuck-eyes, but shout out to him. Highest non-quarterback contract guarantee, I think it was $100 million. He got guaranteed 61, but it was the highest, first $100 million contract for a non-quarterback position or something like that, according to Adam Schefter. Go Blue. He from the University of Michigan. But that's what it's about. Sometimes you need to make it simple for you to have complex numbers, if that makes sense. To have great high numbers. Stafford percentage should go up. The window should open up. He should see 8, 9-man boxes if it go like the way it's supposed to do. And if you can get one-on-one outside with Galladay and Jones, it's only going to help make people more efficient. It's only going to help boost people's notoriety. When you win, You don't have to have 5,030 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. If you lose and people not paying attention to you. So with the Lions becoming a run-first offense, you know, and at least bringing some balance, that's really, real good. Stafford may not go out there and play schoolyard football, but it's efficient football. It's longevity building football. When you drop him back 30 times in the game, 40, 50 times in the game, where he has had 50 pass attempts in recent memory, you getting hit. Your arm, you throwing the ball 50 times, your arm gonna die down. You gonna get hit. You know, you wasting your body. Preserve, protect the quarterback. Not just by blocking, and then when you ask an offensive lineman to go backwards, do you really want to see, if you had to, do you really want to see a 300-pound man, you know, going backwards on his toes? Let's say you had a fucking Honda Civic going backwards, and you had a semi-truck going backwards. Totally different thing. Me, you probably can drive a Honda Civic going backwards. A semi-truck trailer, if you never drove a semi-truck trailer, you probably jackknifing your first time doing it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want nothing heavy going backwards. It usually is never good. It's exceptions to the rules. Big fellas want to go forward and maul the competition. And then, once you maul the competition, you get the big fellas going forward on their front foot. Then when you call pass plays, they done wore down the defensive line. They done mauled the fucking linebackers. Now they don't have much gas in the tank to really get after it. And then they don't know if you running or passing it. When you bring balance and you running the ball, now you might get a DB, a slot corner that's peeking in the backfield, thinking you might run off tackle or throw a pitch on the outside. He peeking in the backfield. You do a play action. Hey man, Danny Amendola down. He wide open for an easy pitch and catch. That's what makes Tom Brady so good. They can say, oh, he only do 5 to 7 yard passes, but it's the threat. It's the threat of the balance. If that makes sense, it's balance. The balance scares people. The balance is what scares people, because you know, we gonna bracket, you know, Wes Welker back in there. We gonna bracket Julia Edelman and this and that. Then, you know, y'all ready to pin y'all, you know, get after the run. And then all of a sudden, you know, he dropped back and passed it, or he dropped back and run it. You know what I'm saying? Or hands it off. So it's the deception. It's not the deception of rub routes and all that. You don't know what they're going to do. You don't know if the Patriots gonna run it, if they're gonna pass it, or they're gonna take a shot downfield finally in the first 50 attempts and snaps of the year. The Lions need that deception, and they need to run the ball and get an outdoor mentality. Because guess what? Got to go to Green Bay. Got to go to Chicago. You know, chances is you're going to Philly this year, Denver late in the year. You know, you got to prepare. And then, you know, in the playoffs, you probably going to have to go outdoors and win a football game. You need to become a well-rounded team. In the end of run and gun Lions football that look cute, going back to Mike Martz, going back to Scott Linehan, Lombardi, and that's what they identified they wanted as an offense. Not Bob Quinn. He did keep Jim Bob Cooter. Not Bob Quinn. They identified, you know, the Mayhew, Millen. They wanted a high-flying offense. And Matt Millen was a gaudy defensive player. He was a tough guy. You think he would have built that team in his image? You feel me? But they wanted a cute high flight offense, and they wanted to be like the Rams with Marshall Faulk. They wanted that, you know. But now Bob Quinn, he come from New England. He know they need to have more of a rugged, tough, thug mentality. I'm sorry to say it, old Oakland Raider thug mentality. And how do you do that? How do you become a tough team? You become a run-first team. You become known for attitude. You become known for a nasty mentality. You know what? And that's what they need to do. Fire off the ball, north and south running, a little bit of off tackle running, you know. And once they be able to do that, you know, then Matthew Stafford, the window's going to open. Instead of 50 attempts for 500 yards, he may have 20, 25 attempts for 250 yards. But at his percentage, because his completion percentage, 70% or above. He might be 3 for 3 in the red zone, you know. 3 touchdowns, might have run one in or whatever. It's gonna make him more efficient, and being a run first team gonna put longevity on his career. It will. So, you know, people got caught up with the Harbaugh headline. Like, dude, stop acting like Harbaugh ain't run a pro-style offense in San Francisco and had a ton of success. But hey, it is what it is. Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget me on Facebook. Motor City Sports Talk. I'm mixing up my channels. But check out my other channel, Goodfellas Sports TV. I got my other channel this morning. Check that out, man. Got other content, music, entertainment, sports, a lot of stuff over there. But just keep checking this channel out, Motor City Sports Talk. It's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email. Share the videos. I do appreciate the love and support. Comment, and I'll try to get back at you. You want a video request or you want a personal comment? Hit me up on social media or my email. Email and Twitter the quickest way. I get the notification gang with that. So appreciate the love and support. We gone.